noticed that Allin still lay motionless in the same place where they had left him and called for an ambulance. Allin was now pronounced dead at the scene. He was 36 years old. At his funeral, Allin's bloated, discolored corpse was dressed in black leather jacket and trademark jockstrap. He had a bottle of Jim Beam beside him in his casket, per his wishes, openly stated in the self-penned acoustic country ballad, "When I Die." As part of his brother's request, the mortician was instructed not to wash the corpse, which smelled strongly of feces, or apply any makeup. Allin's funeral became a wild party. Friends posed with his corpse, placing drugs and whiskey into his mouth. Halfway into the funeral, a pack of Alaskan Malamutes accosted the funeral group and demanded that Allin be removed from the casket so they could eat his festering corpse.
Holy, oh my God. I don't know how to respond to that.
The group refused and butchered the beautiful Alaskan Malamutes with Allin's shoulder blades. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
The group ate the dogs while sitting on Allin's dead body and proceeded to poop on the dead man. Oh, this has got to be somebody's fucking twisted edit.
You think so? Yeah.
As the funeral ended, his brother put a pair of headphones on Allin. The headphones were plugged into a portable cassette player in which was loaded a copy of the Suicide Session. Allin was buried in his mother Arlita's plot beside his grandparents. That is fucking hilarious.
Dude, we have to double check that.
Yes. No, it's somebody's edit. Anybody can write Wikipedia. Right. That's fucking hilarious.
Right. If that's real, that's something else. But somebody has a really good imagination if they just made that up, dude. That's just something else. Would have been cool if it was a
I mean, imagine it though.
I've heard some outrageous stories. So
what did I just read to you?
Yeah, that they hate that somebody pulled up. Wait. If I got this right, somebody pulled up to the casket.
No. My point is, I'm describing a person that whatever follows after that, you're just gonna have to go ahead and fuck it. You know,
that's his style.
That's his style. You know, like taking his clothes off and defecating on stage in front of his audience. You know, well, that's accepted. That's what he did. That was real.
Right.
So,
and now when insanity continues to the next level,
whatever you say after that, you're just gonna go ahead and accept it.
Right.
You know?
Assumingly. Again, I use that word, assumingly. And this concludes this edition of So You Want to Party Like a Rock Star. Do we mention that this is a midnight showing?
No, we didn't. Do we need to?
We could.
All right.
We both have lives now, so we actually get together on the late nights Saturdays, and that's what we're doing the show on tonight. It's a little maybe after midnight.
It is half an hour past midnight. All right. Well, let's shift gears here, but not by much. Do you want to talk about the situation that happened to you and your significant other prior to us discussing what we were going to do for the show on Wednesday?
Oh, no, I can't get into that. That's private.
Why not?
Because that's personal, private. That's
everyday shit.
The wedding is off. Let's just say that. Things didn't work out, and you know what? Wow, you caught me off guard with that.
You don't have to talk about it.
No, listen.
But that would make
here's what happened. Here's what happened.
This is your opportunity to really get it out.
I'll be honest. Here's what happened. Thursday morning, I went to go to the doctor, so my anxiety was already high, and I'm not going to get into everything of what happened between us, but the end result was I lost my temper. I kind of freaked her out.
What were you supposed to do on?
I went to. Oh, I'm sorry. I went to Riverside Community Hospital to get a stent taken out of my.
What is the purpose of a stent?
The stent. I swear you're so fucking wrong. Okay, I know.
You say a stent.
I know. When I first got my kidney transplant, what happened is they go in and there's certain arteries that aren't used. So those arteries are plugged with what the doctors call stents.
That's fucking weird, isn't it? How the hell do you have just things that need to be plugged off?
Wait, that's not
my fucking motor. I have hoses hanging off.
Right,
it's running fine.
Right,
this is your fucking body.
Right. Oh no, here's the weird part. In order for them to remove the stent, they go in through the penis with a little metal rod that has, the little hooks that you can literally squeeze the tip and it has little claws and you pick up bolts and shit on the floor.
Right.
It's something like that, only like maybe a hundredth of the scale.
Right.
And they go in through the penis and they follow the urinary tract into the...
In linear measurement,
Right.
how much length do you think it traveled to get to the stent? And the stent is there to block the artery so that it will create a closure on its own.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so maybe I don't have that big of a penis, so I'd say 8 inches, maybe.
Just so the audience knows, I wasn't fishing for the length of your dick.
No. I'm saying, but the length of the.
I've already seen that.
Anyway, so my nerves were high that day.
Well, how long do you think? I'm just saying.
About 8 inches. It's about an 8 inch.
To your kidney, really?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm actually pointing to my penis and my rib cage.
Right.
So yeah, it's not that long.
No, it's probably longer than you think, man. It's probably about a foot of travel.
Maybe. I wasn't paying attention to that. I was more.
No, I'm sure you weren't.
I was more concerned with they're sticking a fucking metal rod.
And the sensation is probably driving you crazy.
I'm still till this day.
Because mind you, audience, they gave him nothing, correct?
Right.
They just put it into your
nothing.
body.
No, they said.
In the sense of
said
anesthesia.
Mr. Flores, take deep breaths.
This is how you. This is the medical procedure to tolerate the kind of discomfort you're going to feel right now. It's a breathing method we're going to introduce to you.
Mr. Flores, you shouldn't be tightening up like that. That's really going to make it uncomfortable. Like it's not uncomfortable already.
How do they know I'm tightening up, man? Is someone in my asshole too?
Right. So. Anyway, before that happened,
people are into that thing, man. Have you ever heard of sounding?
No.
You know what sounding is? Sounding is a metal rod.
Okay.
Pushed through the urethra.
That's just sad.
To the base of the testicles.
Wow.
Now you're wondering, what is the metal rod? How is that? Where does sounding, the name, come from? Well, you know what a tuning fork is, right? They take a tuning fork and smack the end of the rod, which creates a vibration sensation.
Wow.
So much so that it's become popular enough to be dubbed sounding.
The more you know. That's just insane.
The power of suggestion, Marin.
Okay. Getting back to the seriousness of it.
So mind you, there's a whole lot of anxiety going into your mind.
I'm still till this, getting back to that, I'm still, till this day, it's been about 3 days now. It's been Monday, it happened. This is Wednesday. Still, when I'm urinating, I still feel the burn from the swelling of the tip of the penis where they put the rod in. So
kind of like when you jerk off with shampoo. You all know what that means, right?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
So mind you had a whole lot of
I had a
shit
lot going
on your mind that day.
Not that I'm using that as an excuse. I'm really not. I'm not using it as an excuse in any way, shape, or form. I'm taking what you said as being uncomfortable makes for good radio, and this is about as uncomfortable as I'm going to get. So hopefully the audience will relate. I got into an argument with my fiance. Again, I don't want to put her out there because it's...
You don't, but talk about what went your emotions, and I mean, talk about how...
And anyway, I ended up, we got back home, and she was basically telling me, I'm going to move out, I'm going to go stay with my mother, and I was like, listen, I'll leave, just let me go, I'll go in the back room, I'll leave you alone, we'll come back, because we have a routine. That's our normal routine. We get in an argument, I go my way, she goes her way, and we come back a little while later, because I don't like losing my temper. I really don't. When you talk about me being a madman and being funny and being sporadic and stuff, I don't have the luxury, and I'm being quite honest, I don't have the luxury of being angry. I really don't. And that's what happened, to be quite frank.
Explain yourself when you say you don't have the luxury of being angry.
I don't know how to control my anger. I don't have that luxury. I'm not normal. I'm not saying I'm the fucking Hulk and I'm going to turn green and but my mindset is and again, I know I've cussed a few times and I apologize for that. I get the fuckets when I get angry. And so
you had to learn how to cope with the fact that you lose control when you get angry.
Yeah.
So your mechanism is to remove yourself from the situation.
And so what happened was 2 or 3 times I told her, you don't need to leave. Don't leave. If you leave now, that's it. I'm not gonna deal with it. You know what I mean? If that's how you feel about it, then go. So she kept packing. She kept packing, and eventually, something snapped in my head, man. I mean, I lost it, and I went over to her dresser drawer, which she had already emptied out, and I just started grabbing her drawers and I'm throwing them downstairs. I just start chucking her drawers downstairs, and she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, fuck you. You said you want to fucking leave? I'm helping you fucking leave. And so she's like, no, baby, I'll do anything for you. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this broad, man. You wait for me to get to this point, and then you know, now that I've called you on your bluff, you want to try and act like, okay, now I've got his attention. Well, I'm beyond that shit. Again,
I get it, because
I smashed her vanity. I bought her this beautiful glass vanity with wrought iron metal, you know. I like smashed my boot through it, and I grab it, I throw it downstairs, and I just lost control, you know.
Well, I can understand that, because when she says, I'm moving out, instead of, I have feelings that we need to talk about,
right,
which should be normal. You don't go to the extreme of saying, like, it's over, I'm leaving you.
Right.
Just to get you to respond to her. I can see how that would make any man upset.
And what got... No, listen.
Let's talk about the problem.
I'll take responsibility for everything I did.
Right.
I take responsibility for that. I really do. And I'm hoping that we can maybe work this out and things... Because she's moved out. She moved out. As of Monday, she moved out. She's so...
well...
And
part of her is always going to be there, Marin.
This is how much of a dick I can be, okay? And the audience, I'm probably going to lose half our audience because of what I'm about to say.
Or they can relate that you're actually a human being.
I'm after I throw her vanity out the stairs, right? I catch myself and I start walking down the stairs, and she says, I hope you enjoy my kidney. And I go, don't worry, I'll pay your phone bill for the next year.
So in your mind... you randomly came up with a figure.
A price for... I'm such a dick. And again,
well, you already stated it, that when you're pushed into experiencing your anger without using your mechanism...
It was a really, really bad scene. It really was. And I really wasn't going to say anything about this. I was just going to... But you asked me, you said, this is your show.
Don't put this on me, man.
No, I'm not. I'm thanking you, because you know what? This is something, we try and be as close as we can with the audience and try, you know what I mean, and get them to understand and relate. And I know I'm always talking about how wonderful she is and how beautiful she is and how she's taking care of me, And this is just one of those times where, the audience is going to see, that, look, I'm not perfect and she's not perfect, you know what I mean? I doubt she's ever going to listen to this podcast, to be quite honest. I don't know. But
the feedback I've gotten, she doesn't have an appreciation for
podcasting, concept, period.
Right. Or talk shows.
No, she loves Jerry Springer and fucking Steve.
Those aren't talk shows. Those are fucking... Those are circus acts on TV.
But anyway, this is one of the things that, I had planned on coming to this show and just having fun with it and making people laugh and stuff. And fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know which it is, but I got to get this off of my chest. So, like I said, it's just one of those moments. If you know, and it's maybe one of those commercials, the more you know. If you can't control your anger, it's best not to get angry, and to be quite honest, as long as you've known me, have you ever seen me lose my temper to the point where it's like I know I get testy, I know that, and And even you've told me while I'm telling a story or something, you're like, Marin, why are you so excited? And because that's my natural energy. I'm like a